Welcome in, everyone. Twin Cities Sports Talk, full episode edition today. We got Trevor Kramer on the bottom, Jackson Olmbescheid, and myself, Bruce Kramer. Like I said, full episode. We got a wild game day today. We got a few segments. It's a hot take Tuesday, and we also have a second edition of Listener GM, where anyone can comment a question or an opinion to have it answered, or just our opinion on the matter that they bring up to us. So it should be a very fun episode. Got a lot of stuff, something from basically every Minnesota sports team I got for us today.
Good.
So easy day, guys. Jack, you're kind of telling us about school, but
2 more days left. 2 more days, then we're off for almost a month. So
yeah, there you go. Trevor, good day.
Yeah, just chilling. Can't complain.
Yeah, I mean, it was like the warmest day in the past 2 weeks. It was almost 50.
I was very happy about that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. All the snow melting on the roads and stuff. Exactly. Almost 50 degrees here. All right.
Weather.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
First piece is two Vikings pieces. The first one, you know what? Before I ask, can you guys hear the sounders? We've been having technical difficulty.
Yeah, we can hear them, but maybe because Trevor, for you, is it kind of cutting out pretty quick?
Well, I cut it off at some points.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll do 1 second of it.
Little, blip.
I should have done this before. We should have planned this before.
Did you just do one? Because I didn't hear it, but now I don't even trust myself.
Here, I'm gonna play it right now.
Let's win this game.
It's very quiet. I heard the
there
bell.
You go.
All right,
maybe have it play for a little bit longer, because first one that you did, I heard it for 0.5 seconds.
Okay.
So.
All right. First piece is some Vikings news. Jonathan Grenard, he got ruled out for the rest of the year. Kevin O'Connell said they're going to do the shoulder surgery, which kicks him out for obviously the rest of the year. Ended the year with 7 pressures, 2.5 sacks, a PFF grade, which, yeah, people can have issues with PFF, the whole system if they want. But, I mean, people trust it. He had a 90.5 PFF grade, which is way above average for an edge rusher outside linebacker position. So it was a great productive year from Grenard, with a very revamped D-line and very deep D-line that the Vikings had. He's not going to have and he was hurt for a couple games right in the middle of the year too. But he's not going to have the production that he had maybe last year. But I mean, if you guys have a different opinion, I think he had a good year. But,
I mean, for how limited of a spectrum I could say we got from him this year, I feel like he definitely showed what he does. He shows what he does.
Yeah.
So
Trevor,
and he was definitely a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he did his part. He was good. Now I'm excited to see Dallas Turner in the starting spot, and then Gabe Murphy, right? We still have him. Is he on the practice squad?
I think they'll probably all get him.
He gets the jump.
You have to.
Yeah.
Let's see the young guys play.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what they should be doing these next couple of weeks. Just let the young guys play.
I mean, we can all agree. I think we would have rather lost this Cowboys game.
Yeah.
Get that draft capital up, but I don't know. Nothing you can do about it, really.
Keep having JJ look promising like that.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't complain about that.
This next Vikings piece is about JJ. So all year when JJ's been struggling a lot, it draws comparisons to Josh Allen when he started his career, and very sorrowfully Christian Ponder at the start of his career. But obviously everyone knows year-round MVP candidate Josh Allen now. I don't know if people really know the stats that Josh Allen started his rookie year with, but I have the stats all next to each other. So obviously if this is through each Ponder, Josh Allen, and JJ McCarthy's first 8 starts. McCarthy is 4-4. Allen went 3-5. Christian Ponder was 1-7. McCarthy had the best completion percentage with a 56, Allen 53, Ponder 54. All very similar there. For yardage wise, Ponder had 1,600 yards, and then Allen and McCarthy were both in the 13s. They're only 12 yards apart, so very similar there too. And here's the thing. I'm not saying JJ McCarthy is going to be a Josh Allen, but I'm saying people have to give him time and just stop losing hope so quick, because he is our quarterback. And I think we'll probably have an episode this week kind of in depth going around it for next year, because he's proving that he's the quarterback next year for us. I mean, there's no doubt in the mind of this entire staff. All right. 11 touchdowns for McCarthy. Josh Allen only had 5 touchdowns in his first 8 starts. And then Ponder had 13. So Ponder was pretty much basically Jameis Winston before Jameis Winston was in the league.
GOAT.
Yeah, but McCarthy has 11 picks. Allen had 9, and Ponder had 12 in his first. And then they all took 23 or 24 sacks. So either way, honestly, McCarthy's stats look a little bit better in some areas than Allen thus far into their career. But I just wanted to add that piece because, I mean, not saying he's going to be Allen in any way, but
with Ponder, I mean, it's a completely different game now, though, too.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's hard to compare him to Ponder, but no, I have seen comparisons before on them too. Like, it's very similar, very like.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
What
was Allen's rookie year? 17?
I think it was 18.
18? Okay.
Yeah. Because his rookie year was when he hurdled Eric Kendricks, I think, in the middle of the field in U.S. Bank Stadium.
Won.
Yeah, I remember that game.
Vividly remember that.
Yeah. Trev, you were going to say something?
But no, I was just going to say, with you doing the stats comparison, I mean, you can look at Jared Goff, you can look at Baker Mayfield, even Bryce Young, who's been up and down this year.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
he's looked better.
Yeah.
Basically, just give it time.
Yeah, I mean, that's what fans got to realize right there. All right, next piece, we're going to go a little bit over to the Gophers football team.
There you go. That was better.
Yeah. Kind of a stinky piece of news here. Wide receiver Malachi Coleman entered the transfer portal today. He's a 6'5" receiver. He was a 4-star in 2023. I remember the day that he signed here. This year he tallied 8 games played, just 5 receptions, 86 yards. Kind of stunk for him. Got put behind 2 transfers with Javon Tracy and Logan Loya this year, so he couldn't really have his shot. So I understand the transfer, but definitely a guy Trevor and I have talked about that we were excited for next year to kind of pair with Jalen Smith, the freshman. Actually, in 2024, he had 140 yards, so he was better last year than he was this year. So stinks that he left a 6'5" speedster wide receiver, very good deep threat, and a tall guy like that. He could be a very good threat on any team that he really goes to. And I don't know if you guys have paid attention to it a lot, but like the transfer portal in college football obviously has been going crazy. Like Dylan Raiola,
it's been
he's
ridiculous.
out of Nebraska. Florida's quarterback DJ Lagway, he is out of Florida. Arch Manning says he's staying in Texas another year, which I think I predicted, and I think a lot of people said that would happen. But it's already going crazy, and it's going to take a lot to really stick with it and know what's happening throughout the whole transfer portal offseason. All right. One other piece of news. We're going to the Minnesota Timberwolves. I was telling you, we got something from every team here in Minnesota sports. So Yahoo's Nathaniel Holloway, he put together a mock trade, for the Timberwolves to acquire Grizzlies point guard Ja Morant. I know, Jack, you don't watch as much basketball, so you wouldn't have as much of a say, but Trevor and I would agree trading for Ja Morant, very unlikely. It would change the franchise in many different ways, but whether it be good or bad. But I'll just tell you the trade he put together. So just Morant, nothing else, no draft picks the T-Wolves would get. They would give up Naz Reid, Mike Conley, Dante DiVincenzo, and then our next 2 first-round picks. So 5 pieces for Ja Morant. Trevor, what percentage would you do it? If okay, say the Grizzlies called and they wanted that back. Would you do it?
Negative 20%.
I completely
absolutely
agree.
not. I'd hang up. I mean, Conley, whatever. This is his final year, but
38. Yeah.
You lose Naz and then DiVincenzo too for like a good 3-point shooter, our best 3-point shooter. Well, maybe you can argue Ant's slightly better, but no, I'm not doing that. Especially when they want 2 firsts for a knucklehead bologna sandwich. goodbye.
Dude, that's a great way to put it, Ja.
There you go.
Always getting into trouble. You always hear reports of him getting into more trouble. Yeah,
That's probably where I've heard of him from.
yeah, exactly.
Has to
Yeah,
be.
I'd hang up the phone too. I mean, I wouldn't. I think the Grizzlies would want definitely a lot more, like a Jaden McDaniels they'd want, or a Terrence Shannon, Rob Dillingham in the package. Either way, just wanted to bring that up real quick. All right, main part of the episode today, we are going through.
We're gonna win, Twins. We're gonna score.
We're going to go through some Twins stuff. Just a couple things today. Twins yesterday. We've been talking about the first base vacancy all offseason, and they end up signing first baseman, switch hitting Josh Bell, the veteran. He was definitely on our radar. We kind of had him, Reese Hoskins, or Ryan O'Hearn on the palette right there. He signed a $1 year, $7 million contract with a mutual agreement for 2027 if they were to go through with that. Bell's a switch hitting. Like a switch hitting bat. Last year he slashed 237, 325, and 417. But he hits homers, so you're going to get a little pop, a little power out of the bat. Another thing is the Twins ranked 25th out of 30th in like first base. Just play last year, hitting and defensive ratings combined. 25th out of the 30 teams in baseball. Another little fun stat within it. This is depending if he starts on opening day, which it's leaning towards that. This would be the fifth for first baseman starting on an opening day in the last 5 years for the Twins. So that would include Miguel Sano, Joey Gallo, Carlos Santana, and Ty France, and now Josh Bell, a different first baseman every year. Jack, what do you think of the signing?
I don't know. So the thing with Josh Bell, he's an older dude in baseball terms.
Yep.
But he takes a while to get going. So if you look at his second half numbers compared to his first half numbers of last year, if you don't know what they are, I would absolutely go look at them. They are insane.
I think I saw it was 298 he was hitting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was hitting 298 after the break.
Mm-hmm.
That's, get that from your first baseman, that production is what you need.
And hitting
I'm not saying he's going to take us to the World Series or anything, because we all know that's a couple decades out. But I don't know.
We're gonna win, Twins.
I was hoping it was either going to be him or Ryan O'Hearn that we were going to sign, because O'Hearn's got a lot of promise yet in him. Yeah. But I'm happy with the Bell signing. I like it.
It's something they needed to do. You can't go into opening day with Cody Clemens and Eddie Julian. That's just simple. No, you need Cody moving around the field.
If I never got to see Eddie Julian play on the Twins again, I'd be okay with that.
All right, Trev. Kind of same thing, like the signing.
Yeah, that was an interesting split you said, because I didn't look at that. What was this first half, roughly? Do you know?
Well, his first half was bad. I think it was
rough,
like 195 for his average. It was bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I know the
point above.
Yeah.
What's that?
I said he was almost like an entire point above.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The first half.
But no, I don't know. With Josh Bell, it's better than, like you said, Clemens or Julian. But it's not really going to move the needle. We're still mediocre. He's just another guy. Defensively, unless I'm wrong, I don't think he's good. So
yeah, along with the defensive aspect, last year half the games he played were DHing, half the games were first base. So he's not an everyday first baseman. You're going to see Cody Clemens at first sometime this year, Twins fans.
Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. I wasn't expecting much. Just more so in general with the whole team. It's not like they're going to wow us away, or at least we don't expect it. So whatever.
Yeah. So last week, Twins came out and said they are working with $20 million this offseason. So $7 million off the books, down to $13 million. So maybe room for 2 more good relievers, which I think would be a successful offseason in all our terms, because going into the offseason right away, all of us thought we were at a budget of -$2 million. So we didn't think we'd have any money to spend this offseason. No. We went in thinking, well, Pablo's going to be a Yankee, Joe Ryan's going to be a Boston Red Sox, and Buck is going to be in Atlanta. But they want to be competitive next year. So if they can sign a few relievers, this division still isn't great by any means. You could be competitive if you can get the bats going. I still think, one guy, Trevor, Jack, and I talk about a lot was Adolis Garcia. He ended up just signing yesterday with the Phillies. Would have been a great righty bat to go along with our surplus of lefty bats, but based on that, I think you kind of need to trade for another bat if you really want to be competitive, because there's just not a lot of pin movers in the lineup right now. Not a lot of guys.
I'd love to see a trade for Robert Jr. That would be a little in-division trade. That would be good.
Oh, yeah, that would be
Get
cool.
him over from the White Sox. I know the White Sox are trying to cut payroll too, but just give up like a couple of our prospects for him would be. I mean, they got Colton Montgomery kind of up and on the rising the face of their franchise, so I think
he's going to be a stud.
Moving away.
How is he still on the White Sox? He just seems like a guy that should be like traded or like just released by now. Like, go find your own like winning ball club, because he's a heck of a ball player. But
he is a free agent next year, right? A year from now.
Next year, yep. So it would be a 1 year.
Yeah, he'll be gone. Yeah. I would be shocked.
If he's
not on the team, or if he's still on the team. I mean, come post deadline.
You always feel bad for him. Like these last like 3 years, like the White Sox were competitive like the COVID year and like the year after that when they had like, or who was their starting staff that year? It was obviously Dylan Cease,
Derek Crochet.
And like a few other guys. But like after that, you just feel bad for him.
What was it at one point? Yeah, they had those three, and then they had 2 other big name starters.
I know that's what I'm like getting at, but I can't think
in their rotation, and they didn't.
That seems like way longer than 3 years ago. I'm blanking.
No, it wasn't 3 years.
I know.
It was maybe not.
Well, it was like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah, it was within the last decade for sure.
Yeah.
Well, 2020 is when they made the playoffs and played like I think the Astros and made it to the ALDS. I think they made it past the wild card round, but
maybe that's when it was.
Either way, that would be a fun trade. Luis Robert to Minnesota. That'd be fun. But one other Twins thing right now. Jim Bowden of The Athletic states that the Phillies are reportedly begging for teams to trade for Nick Castellanos. And if he is not traded, the club will end up releasing him. I think this Adolis Garcia news, I was kind of waiting. This report came out like 3 days ago. I was kind of waiting to see what they do in free agency. And now this Adolis Garcia signing, righty. Castellanos is a righty. I personally would love to see the Twins make a trade for Nick Castellanos because, well, first of all, you're not going to get anything defensively. He's one of the worst rated defensive outfielders in the league. That's fine. And I get like we're Derek Shelton, speed. He wants to be stealing more bases, wants to make the game more fun, and he wants better defensive play. But it's a bat where he's going to hit a few home runs, not hit for average, but you need some pop in your lineup. You just don't have enough of it right now at all.
Nope. Just make a news headline. He'll hit a home run.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, he is the dude that, like, every event that happens, he hits a home run. Yeah, but, I mean, the Phillies are begging teams to trade for him. I feel like they'd take not a lot because their team is pretty loaded already. He's probably going to get released sometime in the season either way. So, I mean, he's losing playing time there. I think it'd be a idea for the Twins to, like I was saying before, I want another bat. I think this would be a good chance.
Yeah, this would be a good little.
Think of that.
Yeah, good little round.
I don't know. I don't really know. Haven't really paid attention. Well, with the Twins just being dog crap the last couple of years, I've watched a lot less baseball than I normally do, or normally I watch more.
Yep.
I don't know. So is Castellanos just got 1 year left? They're just trying.
Yep.
Yeah, I think he does.
This is his last year in Philly.
Because obviously, the Phillies have a heavy payroll, no doubt. So I get just trying to dump him for some 16-year-old rookie ball player. But I don't know. Yeah. I just for some reason I'm not for it.
Okay. I'm looking up his stats from last year.
Gut feeling.
You just want to be different. That's fine.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing. He's a serviceable bat. Last year he hit 250, 17 home runs. So a 250 outfield hitter. I thought it was going to be more than 220 or 230, but he's had a big regression in his career. In 2021 with the Reds, he hit 309. And then it just kind of started slowly going down, 263, 272, 254 in 2024, and then last year 250. But he is in his 30s now, if I'm not mistaken. Like I think he's.
What is the salary? Do you guys know for this year?
No, I do not.
To acquire him.
Well, I know he's making more than he's worth.
Yeah, because I guess that's like
with his age and his production.
Because if you really have about 13 million, give or take, left, and you want to fill at least one reliever, if not two spots, and or maybe a right-handed bat, or I mean, I guess never mind, he would be the right-handed bat. I don't know.
His contract's 20 million, so I didn't really think about that. I honestly, to be honest, I thought it'd be more like 12 million or something. But I mean, you still could make it happen. You just have to give up something a bit more and have the Phillies eat the contract because they easily can. They have enough money for it. But and if they're really begging for teams, I bet they'd be willing to do that.
They'll be super cooperative.
I don't know what you'd have to get. I feel like a AAA pitcher who's relatively young could get it done. I don't know.
Jenkins.
Yeah, for cost
you wouldn't have to give up a AAA arm because if Philly is just trying to dump his salary, he's pretty much going for nothing. You can get him for pretty much nothing.
You can always play the
I guess play the release game. It's the give and take, right? If it were to be the Twins or whatever team acquiring him, if they're going to eat the full salary, it's going to cost you absolutely nothing. Some random 16-year-old kid.
Yeah.
But if you want them to eat half, then obviously you're gonna have to give up a decent return.
Yeah, exactly. And honestly, like an intriguing name, I think one guy that hasn't really. Do you know Corey Lewis? He's the 80-mile-per-hour knuckleballer that the Twins have in their organization.
He's in AAA, right? Or is he?
He's on the fringe. I know he's on the fringe. He's been flipping between, but he's like 25 or 26 now. He has that knuckleball, but his other pitches are just nothing really special, to be honest. So I think that would be an intriguing one. I think you could have the Phillies eat most of his contract there, and then you'd also just get obviously Castellanos back. I think that would be good. Very intriguing there, in my opinion. All right. That's really, unless you guys have any other Twins stuff, that's really the Twins off season. We're gonna have less and less Twins content because it's kind of just the heart of the now until spring training. Not going to be a lot happening. Maybe they'll sign a few relievers, a few minor league fringe guys, but it's going to be pretty boring.
Dud until report.
I guess. Yeah. Just one very minor, quick thing. Any updates on the Rise? Because we're in on him.
I don't think so. I honestly, I think we were pretty much all in on Josh Bell, and Josh Bell, I heard, wasn't getting interest from many other teams, so he was pretty quick to sign here before the Twins lost interest or something, but. I haven't heard any updates on Arise. So bring in 2 first basemen.
I mean, if he's going to be DH half the time.
True.
And then when Buck goes on the IR, and then he has to DH.
Yeah, exactly.
Then he can play Arise.
Exactly. All right, we're good with the Twin stuff there. Moving on. All right, we got two wild little notes before we preview the game tonight. First little note, Kirill Kaprizov, after last game against the Bruins, is tied at second in the franchise goal department, tied with Mikko Koivu at 205 franchise goals. So he's obviously already climbing up, and the big stat with that is Mikko did that in 1,028 games. Kirill did it in 352. Obviously, Mikko wasn't like a score first kind of player. I mean, he moved the puck around, but I don't know. Kirill's just a blessing right now. And then the only player above him for that is Marian Gaborik. I'm saying it right? Gaborik? Yeah,
Gaborik.
Yeah. He has 219 goals. So Kirill's going to pass him this year. So Kirill this year will be the franchise leader in goals. Probably go down as the best Wild player of all time, which is just awesome. And we can't keep wasting these Anthony Edwards, Kirill Kaprizov, Justin Jefferson type players. But
we're good at it.
Yeah. Going all in this year. Another small note. So after the Bruins game, the Wild's playoff chances jumped to 79%. So obviously a lot can change. They're going well right now. They've been going well for a while now. But 79%, good chance right now. A lot of season left though.
Well, yeah, you got to believe. I mean, that's like statistically, analytics puts that 79%. But I think most people, Wild fan or not a Wild fan, for the ones that know hockey, I think it's a safe bet they should make playoffs tonight.
Oh yeah, 100%.
He's playing well.
Mhm.
Yada yada yada.
I mean, if they were going to come close, it'd be a wild card spot because our division is the best in hockey,
right.
and it's very competitive. It would be a wild card spot if you were on the fringe.
No, we'd easily be the best wild card team, assuming we continue at this rate.
I think so. Yeah, for sure. So, all right, on to the game tonight. The Wild, the 19-9-5 Wild, welcome the 18-10-4 Capitals. OV, the Great Eight, coming into Grand Casino Arena. Capitals have dropped 3 of the last 4 games. And so one big thing I read about them is Coach Spencer Carvers is making some line switches for tonight. I don't know a lot about the Capitals, but they're switching a lot up tonight to get some more opportunities and get some more, just get better chances going. All I read is that obviously the first line with OV, that's more of like their big scoring line, kind of like the Wild do. What I read is they kind of spread it apart so it was more even down the lines and stuff. But now they're kind of going full on. Tom Wilson's on that second line. He's a big hitter. Yeah, I don't know. They're kind of loading up top, and then I think it's their third line. They're kind of going out for speed, is what I think I saw. Either way, Capitals going with a different kind of strategy tonight going into this game after hitting a rough stretch. Goalie matchup tonight, Philip Gustafson is going to be starting for the Wild. And then the Minnesota Lakeville native, Charlie Lindgren, is in net tonight for the Caps.
Huskies legend.
Yeah. And Gus, right now, Gus is on a tear. I mean, Wallstead he's still doing great, but Gus is kind of taking over this like all-star goalie right now. He's 6-1-1 in his last 8 starts. 1.8 goals allowed per game and save percentage of .931, going really well. Gus did start against Washington earlier this year and he lost 5-1, but I think it's a safe bet to lose that when you give up 45 shots in a game, shots on goal, not even shots on goal, there's going to be a good chance you lose that game. So he was 40 for 45 in that game. But granted, the defensive core has been much more reliable as of late. So that's a good thing coming in. Charlie Lindgren, 5-3-1 on the year, 2.9 goals against, 8.93 save percentage. He is 0-4-1 against the Wild in his career. So Trevor, confidence going into tonight with Gus against a hot, well, I wouldn't say hot, but good Capitals offense.
Yeah, no, I think we'll win. The Wild are playing really well. You got Hughes in this second game. He had a great first game. I think overall they'll play well. Like you mentioned with the Capitals switching lines up, I know Pierre-Luc Dubois, if I'm saying that name right. I haven't really followed him closely, but I think he's still one of their top players. I know he's hurt. So that's a major loss to their forwards. But no, overall, I think the Wild will take care of business tonight and get the dub.
Jack, confidence, Gus in net?
Well, like you said, I mean, Gus has been ridiculous this last week and a half. So just going into the game with all of our momentum, and I'm pretty sure we traded for Quinn Hughes, who we didn't have last time. I think this.
Yeah, it's going to be. They're going to be on a high still from the Hughes trade. They're just going to be all happy about it. A little note about the Caps like goaltending stuff right now. Logan Thompson, their number one goalie, is having a great year statistically. He's just coming off of a terrible game where he gave up 5 goals. That's why they're giving Lindgren the start tonight. But he was part of the reason why Washington did beat us 5-1 earlier in the year. But it also, I look back at this game. Do you know how many shots the Wild had on net? That was the game where Washington had 45 shots on goal. Guess how many shots the Wild had on goal?
Probably 19.
Jack, give me a guess.
If I'm remembering right, this was like Well, didn't both teams have like a ridiculous amount of shots?
Absolutely not.
No. Okay, let's go with 8.
No, it was 15. 15 for the
Okay.
whole game. But 15-45, I wonder why you lost that game. My gosh. Like that was that was bad. But let's move past that. We're going good right now.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of bad news for the Wild. They're getting hit with the injury bug real bad right now. Obviously, still no Vinny Hinostroza or Matt Zuccarello tonight. Marcus Johansson is a no-go for tonight, but he's day-to-day after suffering an injury last game. Zach Bogosian is also out, who he's been going good as of late. Good defensively. He's getting shots on net too. They do get Marcus Foligno back tonight. Adds some big presence there, big aggressive presence. But him coming off the IR left a spot open, so Jonas Brodin is now on the IR after missing 2 games now. So, the D-line pretty weak tonight. You're going to give some of these young guys a little bit of a runway now. Obviously, it's Hughes and Faber on the first, and then the second is Damon Hunt and Spurgey. Third line is Matt Kierstad and Juracek. So, young guns going at it, but tonight, Kirill, Eck, Boldy, prepare for one of your most heavy usage nights tonight. You're going to be played a lot with Johansson being out and a lot of the other stuff going around. So those guys are going to be tired after tonight. They're going to be sweating a lot.
A little.
Yeah, just a little bit. Do you guys have any other thoughts for pregame thoughts on the game?
No. Yeah, let's just go out there and do what we've been doing.
Yeah. Caps are still a good team. It's just we have
are.
a lot of stuff going right now for us. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Now it is. I think it can be time for.
Oh, that's hot.
Hot Take Tuesday. All right, Jack. How about you go first?
Nah, do Trevor first.
Trevor. Let's go. Trevor first.
Who,
Trevor.
Me?
Do you have a hot take loaded up, Trevor?
All right. So after the Ravens' very slow start to the year, I have them getting very hot trend this year. They're going to win their final 3 games, which are no easy tasks. So they play New England this Sunday, W. They play Green Bay next week, W. Man. And then the big, massive game for the AFC North title or division, not title. Depending, how the Steelers do the next 2 games. But it could be to clinch the division against Pittsburgh. I have Baltimore winning that.
Where's that game at?
Oh gosh, I actually forgot to look. If one of you guys want,
in Pittsburgh.
I think it's
in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, okay.
Is it? Okay.
Yep.
But I do also have Ravens winning final 3 against New England, against Green Bay, and against Pittsburgh.
That's tough.
And then to tie it in, you like Steelers play Detroit last Sunday. I have Detroit winning. Detroit's super desperate after being obviously one of the best teams last year. Smart. And then I have them losing the final game, as just discussed, against Baltimore. But then in between, they do play Cleveland. Not this Sunday, but next. So Steelers will go 1-2, and then Ravens will win the final 3. Now, I don't know if
where would that put Pittsburgh at? 9-8.
Yep, Mike Tomlin. All he cares about.
Yeah, Mike Tomlin legacy year, baby.
Now, I think that would, if my math is right, that would each put them at 9-8. So, I know Pittsburgh. I'm pretty sure Pittsburgh won the first game against Baltimore.
Oh, they did. You're right.
So I don't know what the tiebreaker is, but screw it. I still have Ravens win the AFC North. Even if they don't, I still have them winning the wild card round and divisional, and then
AFC championship.
So yeah, they'll make the AFC championship after, it's looking real rough. What was it, like the first 6 games in? Because I think they were as low as 1-5. Yeah.
Yep.
So I have Ravens making it, and then this isn't a part of the hot take, but I think it'll be Baltimore, Buffalo. I do think Denver loses, even though I have faith in them. I just think whether Buffalo or Baltimore gets Denver, I have Denver losing to one of those 2. But that's not part of the hot take. So basically, my hot take: Ravens win out regular season and make it to the AFC Championship.
Oh, that's hot.
I like it.
I like it. I mean, it's a hot take. I like it. I love it. That's
I
awesome.
like it. I like it like that.
You like that? All right, Jack. Or do you want me to go first?
I can do it. I can go.
All right.
So with the elimination of everyone's favorite Kansas City Chiefs this weekend, ending their 9-year terror on the AFC West?
9 or 10, yeah.
9 or 10.
Yeah.
And with the resurgence of New England and Drake, May, along with the Broncos and Bo Nix and their heavy-hitting defense.
Oh, yeah.
I think my hot take is going to be there is going to be a new AFC dynasty brewing.
Okay.
No, we're gonna change that a little bit.
Okay.
So it's not gonna be a new, but the AFC dynasty will stay over the NFC.
Okay, so if you had to say, which one do you think is more likely between the Pats
I'm going
and
with
Broncos?
the Denver Donkeys.
Donkeys. I love that.
That's what I'm going for.
I think I had a hot take a few weeks ago.
AFC West terror.
Yeah.
For the next half decade or so.
Now the Chiefs get to see what it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I had a hot take a few weeks ago that I said the Patriots would have the 1 seed. Didn't I say that a few weeks ago?
I have no idea.
I can't remember. I don't remember what I did yesterday. Come on, dude.
Yeah, true.
Can't remember.
Either way. Yeah, I mean, so to quantify this hot take, by a dynasty, do you mean they're going to go to 3 Super Bowls in the next 8 years, or like give me something like
like 3, 4, maybe even 5, win 3 of them. Like I got belief in these Patriots and Broncos right now. I mean, we'd all would love the Bills to run the AFC for a while, but
they had their window. They couldn't get past Mahomes. Like,
if they're going to do anything, this has to be the year. This has to be the year for the Josh Allen.
Yep.
But
I mean,
it will be.
I think this hot take is very well put together because I mean, these teams are super young. They're going to have cap space. Like the Patriots spent the most money this offseason. They have more money to spend next year off of some contracts.
Yeah, the rebuild that they've been doing has been like perfect.
Yeah, and the Broncos are still young, like super young too. They can add pieces next offseason. I mean, yeah, I like where your head's at with this one. I really do. I like that hot take.
Oh, that's hot as my last one, but
yeah, your last one. All right. I'm staying a little bit home. This is a very optimistic hot take. All right. It's like a burning hot take. All right. So I think, what did I say here?
McCarthy will make the Hall of Fame in the next 3 years.
The next 3 years. Win 3 MVPs, 3 Super Bowl MVPs, and retire. No, so my hot take is by the year 2040, Minnesota sports will have 4 championships.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Wow.
Oh, that's hot.
Burning take.
I'm glad we just got triple jinxed. Yeah.
Hey.
Leaving.
Okay, come on. The Wolves, 2 Western Conference finals. Okay, I get it. But
4.
Guess what? The Vikings have right now, they have their quarterback. He's only going to improve from here.
Their
9.
quarterback.
9.
Like a dog in the streets.
The Wild are going all in, and they're finally off of this Zach Parise, Ryan Suter BS of contract dispute and issues and stuff like that. They're actually going to be able to add in off seasons now and not just stick with the same team after year. And the Wild have a top 3 goalie tandem in the league. This is in the making, and Gus just extended. Wallsted's here for the next foreseeable future. The Wild are made to win championships right now. I'm not saying they will, but I mean, I kind of am with the hot take I'm doing, but they're made to do it right now.
So yeah, it sounds like 4 of them.
Yeah, well, the Wolves are also coming off of 2 Western Conference finals, and they have one of the youngest stars in the league right now and a great whole team around him. The bench, if guys develop, Terrence Shannon, Rob Dillingham, The Vikings have their coach. They have their quarterback. They have a good team going into next year still. There's going to be changes this offseason. They have what they need. The Twins, I'm not going to mention
the Twins. The Twins.
I'm not going to mention the Twins in this.
We don't got to talk about that team.
But the thing I'm excited most about is the Wild, because this is playoff hockey that they're doing. The defensive core is playing lights out this entire month and a half. It's not like a 3-game sample I'm going off of. It's been a month and a half, 2 months of super good defensive hockey. The offense has been stagnant, but now they're kind of turning a page. If you have a good defensive look and a top 3 goalie tandem, you don't need to rely on Gus to play every game in the playoffs like these last few years. We can argue how much Fleury should have played in the last few playoff series we were in, instead of Gus starting all 6 games in the Stars series or all 7 or whatever in the Vegas series last year. But now you have 2 guys that you can 100% rely on. The Wild are made to, and they're going to get healthy at some point. There's obviously going to be more injuries at some point, but the Wild are made to do this. Exactly. But this team is ready. The Wolves are already ready. They just need to make a step up, and now they're getting more playoff experience. They will, if they play the Thunder, they'll make it more competitive than it was last year.
I want to bring up OKC. How is that going to go?
Exactly. Yeah. But that's the silver lining, or like the stoppage here, the wall. But either way, that's why it's a hot take. Okay.
I want to add to your hot take here by asking another question. So I want people to comment what they think, how this would all work out. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have these 4 championships, supposedly.
Yeah.
How are you going to divide them up?
Oh, like me personally, what I would want?
Who's going to win what? I want to know what people think, too.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Are you saying what I would want to happen, or what?
No, I think in the order
in this hot take.
Twins would be last.
Yeah.
So Twins would probably have none.
Yeah.
How would the other 3 spread out?
Okay, but here's the thing. Here's the thing about the Twins. There is maybe very, very good chance going to be a salary cap ruled into the MLB and a bunch of things. Mm-hmm. So we have no idea. The Twins could be the Dodgers in 2034. I mean, but they could be one of the better teams because it's going to be fair in the MLB. Yeah,
it's just hard to project.
That's true.
But
exactly. That's also why this take is almost like it. I mean, we have no idea with the Twins. The Vikings, I think, maybe could have 1. Maybe. I'm not going to say that, but that maybe. I think the Wild, with how they're built, should have 2 of those, and then I think the Wolves have 1. Vikings 1, Wolves 1, and in 15 years, it's a very wide gap. But 2 for the Wild because they're just built for it. The Wolves have everything they need for the most part. You can argue maybe they need a more reliable point guard, but if they got a point guard, they'd be even more set.
And then just to kind of tie both of your hot takes together, or not that is based off your hot takes, but Jack talking about dynasties and you, Bruce, talking about multiple championships. The Thunder, though, are so scary to think of because for where they're already at. And then I don't know if you guys saw Jack. I know you don't really follow NBA, but the 2 picks they own is the Clippers pick and the other pick. They're projected to have 2 top 10 picks, while they're probably also going to be the best NBA team with the most wins. And
they're probably going to set the record.
It's already bad, and it's only going to get worse, which is the scary thing. But anyways, carrying on.
I mean, that was the best rebuild I've ever seen in my nothing could beat that. I think it's probably of all time, of any sport really. Going trading Russ, trading Chris Paul when he was
George.
on there.
They were absolutely
Paul George,
for however long.
Yeah, they had a couple bad years in the bubble, 2020, 2019, but now
the Paul George trade alone. Hopefully, I'm not just completely botching this, but if I remember correctly, it was Paul George to LA for multiple firsts, and then they also got Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in that year's draft. So not only did you get Shai at the time, he was an up and coming player. We know what he is now. The worst person to watch for up and coming kids. He sucks to watch, but. But yeah, the follow baiting, but you get the point. You traded Paul George for multiple A+ assets. So
yeah. I mean, there's nothing. No one will ever beat it. That's the best franchise turnaround of all time, I think. All right. That is a good, hot, very burning hot take Tuesday. We'll be back next Tuesday, hopefully all of us, for another episode of that. But next, we got Listener GM. So basically, Listener GM, anyone that wants to leave a comment or an opinion on a short or on a full video that we post, we will bring it up on, it's not just a Tuesday thing. We'll do this throughout the week, depending on if we have more comments. We actually have two that we'll
do it at least once a week.
Yeah, well, it'll be once a week, probably a couple times a week if we get enough comments for that. But right now we have 2 or 3 that we're going to be answering. Not today, but we'll answer one today. This one is from Ty Vote. He is asking us, with the current state of the Twins, do they trade Buxton if he waives his no trade clause? If Buxton waives his no trade clause, what should the Twins fans be expecting for a return? He also said, you guys rock. So thank you for the positive words, Ty. Thanks for the comment. But Jack, do you have an opinion on this at the start here?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like with Buck, it's kind of a Mauer situation. I mean, obviously you want to retain him for his entire career. Should you? Probably not. But with his injuries and his leadership, I feel like you can't waste that anymore. I mean, I love Buck. I love watching him play, but he's hurt at least 2-3 times every year. And you could get a plethora of prospects for him.
Mm-hmm.
So
we've gone through it too. Like, we've done little mock trades for him when he was on the market or whatever, before they got kind of taking him off there.
I know he wants to go to Atlanta. If that's, I think that's what he said the only other team would be, right?
That's his number one. He'd maybe be open to some other bigger market teams, but the Mets is where he's from. Or, sorry, Atlanta. Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think you kind of sucker Atlanta into bringing home the hometown kid, trading away what's his nuts?
Ronald Acuna.
Oh, Jesus, no. That would be something, wouldn't it?
Are you thinking of a prospect?
Get Austin Riley back for that. You could maybe get a Quadzilla if they're willing to
I think it would just be prospects, maybe a friend.
Or just prospects, whatever. Because I mean,
because if you're gonna add Buxton, you're doing a championship push. So I don't know. Yeah, as much as I love Austin Riley, I think that's a little unrealistic. But
that is very unrealistic. But
yeah, Trev,
that's kind of what I would say.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah. So as of right now, I'd hold on to him for the off season. See if the Twins do surprise us. Mentioned prior, division is not a clear guarantee. Obviously, we know the Dodgers are going to win that NL West next year, but for the AL Central, we have the whole Emmanuel Clase and Cleveland debacle, so you don't know how Cleveland will be. White Sox aren't ready yet, but they've shown some promise. Twins have enough pieces if they play well. Kansas City will probably be the likely team, I would think.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the likely team would be Detroit. Even with them being inconsistent.
Yeah, I meant Detroit. I have the two flipped. But Kansas City's good. Obviously, Detroit. Or I guess those two each made playoffs. But, Kansas City didn't. Anyways.
Cleveland won the division.
Assuming the Twins kind of do what we expect, they'll probably be best case scenario. Maybe you're fighting for a wild card spot. But I think this would be more discussion for come trade deadline. If it's another bad year, I really think you got to consider it. As much as it sounds like Buxton wants to stay and be loyal to the Twins, which is awesome, you also want to maximize the value you can get for him. Obviously, there's an injury history too, so if he can get out as he ages, injuries will probably continue to be more problematic. So, as hurtful as it is for how loyal and how fun he is to watch, if you can get the right return, don't get cute with it. Take the return, and then your Emmanuel Rodriguez or your Walker Jenkins or whoever you get in that return, or option C, someone comes out of the absolute blue, and then maybe that person. But point being, capitalize on the return. I think you move on, but not until trade deadline time.
My feeling with if they were gonna trade him too is, I feel like they'd overthink it. They'd want to you can't you want to get as much as you can for Buck because he's a generational athlete for like baseball terms. Super fast, hit for power. You don't see a lot of guys like that. But if you get a good offer, you have to take it. And I see. I don't think he's gonna waive his no trade clause anymore this offseason because of he was really the only reason why he was suggesting that is because there was so many trade rumors with Joe Ryan, Pablo Lopez, really tanking and just going full prospects, get a bunch of experience for these young guys this year. That's the only reason why he was maybe more willing to leave or waive the trade clause. So I don't think he will. Maybe not even at the deadline. Even if they're around 500, I don't think he would because I think the only time he would is if they do trade Pablo or Ryan and just go full.
Which I can see if we're 500 at the deadline, that will probably happen.
Maybe, yeah. Either way, I mean, yeah, we talked about in past episodes what you could get back. As for prospects, I think you could get a top 5 prospect that is more MLB ready or close to it, and then you could probably get a top 10 prospect and probably another top 20 prospect. And I mean, the only thing that would fight against that is obviously, as mentioned, the injury history. Like last year was his best, like healthiest season of his entire career. You can't see that, or you literally have to say to yourself, that's not going to happen this next year again, because like the past shows, he gets injured for big parts of every season, most likely. A lot of things that go against it. I mean, in some ways, teams might not like. Well, here's the thing: he's also super affordable for that type of a talent. He's only $15 million per year. I mean, that's insane value if he could stay healthy. But
he's got 1 year left after this year, right?
After this year,
yeah.
2 more years. Yeah.
So I was gonna say, I mean, yeah. So the team
he's probably not going to sign for more than that. He's not going to get like he's going to be. What is he now? Like he's going to be 8. Which is he? Yeah.
I think it's like what 31 right now.
I think he's 31 or 32. Yeah. Either way, but at the end of his contract, either 33 or 34, he's not going to sign for more than $15 million.
That's true.
It's going to be less. So I think if a team were to trade for him, the money aspect wouldn't be an issue.
Hold on. Let's pause. He'll actually go for more money only if it's the what team?
The Dodgers.
Yes.
Yeah.
40 million.
Salary cap. Yeah.
Dude, did you see that they owe 3 players a combined $1 billion?
Yep.
In deferrals?
I mean, it's just stupid. And this is why there's going to be a lockout at the beginning of next season.
Oh, yeah. There will not be spring training next year.
It's like, it's all the Dodgers' fault, too. They're going to come out and say something like, well, it's the Yankees and Mets, too. Dude, you gave Shohei Ohtani, like, what was it, like, you gave him a 20-year contract. The first 10 years, you're paying him $90,000, and the next 10, you're paying him $85 million each year.
Yeah.
Like, your fault. Like, simply your fault. But I mean, it's good for all of us. It's good for the Cleveland Guardians, who their payroll is projected to be like $37 million.
Well, but anyways, yeah.
Right now.
But back to the point, I think we'd all trade Buxton. Just wait till the deadline, see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd agree. That's what you got to do.
So if we're 500 at the deadline, I wouldn't trade him just because the future is really bright with a ton of future pitching prospects. If you're 500, you can fight for a playoff, and then maybe next year it could be even better. But that's it. You could get a great return for him, but I don't think he's going to trade his no trade clause or waive it. Yeah. All right. So we will have another listener GM. We have another question in the next few days. But everyone, feel free to comment, question or opinion. We'll answer it. We'll give our opinions on it, just like we did for Ty Voigt here. All right. Last little segment today. It is time to make some wild game predictions for tonight. We are going to take a quick look for the visual audience right here. This is our standings right here. Right now, I am the first column. Jack is second and Trevor's third. I am sitting at 13 and 15. Jack at 6 and 6. Trevor at 9 and 4. I'm at 3 points. Jack is at 2 points, and Trevor's at 1. The points category is determined if you get the score of the game right for an NHL game. If you get the score right, you get 2 points on that point category. And then if you get your player prediction correct, you get 1 point in the points category. The record is just based on if you pick the wins or losses. So who wants to start us off tonight?
I guess I'll go for the Wild.
Yeah.
All right, Trevor.
All right, so for my prediction, I've got for Ovechkin, he will not record a point, so no goals, no assists for Ovechkin. And the Wild will record at least one power play goal.
Wild power play goal. What's the score and win?
4-2 Wild win. Wild 4, Caps 2.
All right. Okay. Perfect. Yeah. Wild win 4-2. Ovi, no points. Wild power play goal.
Yeah.
2-leg parlay for Trev. All right, Jack. What do you got?
Damn, you stole my score. I guess I did it last time, so.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to go. Let's give Hughes is going to get another point. So Hughes gets a point tonight. I'm going to say we're going to see a Boldy goal tonight.
Okay.
And I'm also going to say Ovi doesn't get a point. I'm going to go with that on Trevor's as well.
So a 3-leg parlay for Jack.
Yep. And then I think we're going to win 3-2.
Wild win 3-2.
All right, Bruce, you better have a 4-leg.
Yeah, I got a 6-leg parlay. By the way, Jack, very gracious of me and Trevor. We went through all the predictions from this last weekend of sports right here.
Mm-hmm.
You said Gus in the game against the Senators would have 25 plus saves. Wallstead played that game when we were
I know
that Wallstead played. Trevor,
they said expected. It said Gus. I was like, whatever.
Sucks. You lose.
We gave you the point for that.
No.
It's already over. It's in a past episode. So Jack, you get the point. Because honestly, it wouldn't have mattered much. It would have been the same amount of shots.
Jack, be honest. Like if they said Gustafsson starting, you'd probably make the same prediction, right?
Yeah, I would have.
Yes, exactly.
But
that's where we lucky guy that Trevor and I are so gracious and nice.
Look at that.
But if you listen to the podcast, I did say at the start, I did say no because you're a Yankees fan.
You did.
And I'm like,
I did hear that. I was
but then I'm like, us in Minnesota, we gotta be nice because that's not Minnesota nice. And so since we are Minnesota nice, even though you're a stupid Yankees fan, we'll give it to you.
Boom. All right. For my prediction tonight, a lot of the times we've gone all like 3 picking the same win or loss, and then it's gone to backfire us. Oh man, this is tough. All right, I'm just going to stick with my gut, what I had wrote down. I have the Wild winning 4-3 tonight, maybe an overtime game. My prediction is that Quinn Hughes, I think you just have to make a Quinn Hughes prediction, like,
oh yeah,
it's just fresh, Quinn Hughes will record 4+ shots on net. He hasn't gone above 4 shots in over a month, I think I saw. So 4+ shots on goal. And then I also have Eck scoring a goal tonight.
Okay.
So Eck goal. He's been on a tear recently. Eck's been getting dirty out in front of the goalie, screening, doing everything that he needs to do. I know I said win, but I have a bad feeling going into tonight. A lot of injuries. This defensive pairing lineup, Kirill and Boldy and Eck are going to be asked to do a lot tonight.
Even Hughes in favor.
Yeah, exactly. They're going to be playing a heck of a long game tonight. I have a bad feeling of going into this game. I'm going to stick with my win. I know I just jinxed us by going with the full sweep there, but either way, those are our standings.
Well, that's not what you think, Ben. That's what you want. You want them to win. You don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, I want them to win, but I think they will because the Caps have been going bad right now. They're showing their backup goalie, but it's
nice save.
I have that feeling. I mean,
plus, I think the head official is Caden Carson, which Wild
That's
are
true.
undefeated when he's officiating. So,
yep. All right. Okay. That's everything for Twin City Sports Talk. My words now, but all right. Subscribe YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and TikTok. We'll be back at you with a better episode this week, tomorrow, or maybe the next day. We're going to go over some maybe center position in hockey, maybe some trade pieces for the Wild there, because if they're going all in,
so we need it.
Them to trade for a center to kind of beef up the middle six. So we'll have that coming out soon, more Vikings content. But for today, Twin City Sports Talk, for Jack, Trevor, and Bruce, we will catch you guys later this week.